So I'm still winding down, and I want to come on here real quick and because I did a previous video about the question about weight loss surgery and how I had it and yada yada yada. So I told my journey, my story, um, and I wanted to come on here and tell you how I felt. So when you go through weight loss surgery, every doctor have a procedure, and every insurance, every doctor has a procedure that you have to go through. Like and like when you go through your insurance have requirements. Everybody have requirements. And like I said, when I went to the doctor to try to get my stomach fixed, I was not going to get weight loss surgery. Like that was not mine. I didn't want it because it's been 10 years and I've been having these problems like forever. So, but when, I told y'all previously when I went in, he was like, hey, you're going to have to get something. You know what I'm saying? Because they taking his off. I had a whole bunch of scars. It was just like, he was like, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is better, yada, yada, yada. So I was like, you know what? Just go in. I said, at this point, I didn't care. I didn't care. I was like, at this point, because my digestive system was so screwed up, I didn't care. I just wanted the object out of me, the lap band out of me, and do what you needed to do. I know how it is when you first got weight loss surgery because I had to go through it twice because remember they had to go in. So I knew I did not want to go through the liquid diet. Like I'm miserable. I was miserable. And you have to like mentally prepare yourself. So I had to do the stuff, but I had to do it quick. So some people it would take months or maybe even a year up to a year to get it. It only took me like 3 weeks, if that long. And I had to do, they was like, hey, call your psychiatrist, you do this, you do that. I still had to do it because of the requirements of the, because it was still considered a weight loss surgery. I still, like, but it was like, because like when they figured out what was wrong with me 2 weeks, I had my date. So when he was like, oh, I know what's wrong with you. We're going to get you scared, Uli. He told me what he was going to do. And at this time, I still was like, I didn't want any weight loss surgery. I just wanted him to take it out. And he was like, my daughter was like, no, we're not doing that. We got to take out all this scar tissue. No, you going to get something. And I just said, do what you think is best. But I knew I knew I was not mentally prepared to sit through, not eating. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have time. I hadn't been taking no vitamins, nothing. It was just like, we got to do it. We got to rush. We need to get this out of you. You're not going to do it. So that's how it was. So I get the surgery, what he said going to take 2 hours, ended up taking like 8. How long did it take? It took way longer than I was in there way longer than he said I was when I had surgery, and he was like it was supposed to take about 2 hours, and then he was in there about 8. It took him like, I remember you saying you was starting to get nervous because it had supposed to been over. But he told my husband when he went in there, it was a lot more extensive than what he thought. Because you only can see so much on the X-ray. Anyway, I want to talk about how I felt after. I feel like because I was rushed, which, I mean, I couldn't poop. I couldn't go to the bathroom, so I get it. I already knew how it was gonna be before, because I had weight loss service 2 times previously before. I knew that I was not prepared to go through. So I kind of had a nervous breakdown after my surgery. Like day 2 was crazy for me. Like I was crying, I was in pain, I wanted to eat. Because you had to do like a little psych thing And within the 3 weeks, the 2 or 3 weeks when they found out what was wrong with me, I had to do like the little psych, you know how like people that get weight loss, so you have to go through, you have to do all these things, and one of them is going to talk to a psychiatrist or a mental health provider, excuse me, a mental health provider about how you feel, and the level, your feelings. And like I said, I have never ever had low self-esteem. I have never ever thought I was unattractive, even at my biggest. And so I kind of like breezed through it. They were like, oh, okay. You know, you know what I'm saying? And they knew I was there, and they knew it had to be rushed. But I was not prepared. I was not prepared for what was in store for me, because it was like, okay, weight loss surgery, you can't eat. I cried. I had nervous breakdowns. I wanted to eat. And this is the thing. People think you can eat after. You cannot, it's not like you want to eat. You can't. Your body do not allow you. You're sipping water. That's it. That's it. And broth. That's it. You sipping. And even you sip, your spit is too much. Like, if you swallow your spit, you're full. It was very traumatizing. Excuse me. It was very traumatizing for me. Very traumatizing for me. I hated every bit I hated every portion of anything that had to do with weight loss. Even when I was losing, I didn't care. Even now, I be like miserable sometimes. I did not, and I don't know about everybody, I did not enjoy anything about my weight loss surgery. Nothing. Like, am I happy that I am smaller? Yes. But I could have took my ass to the gym. I'm not talking about this time when it comes to, I'm talking about the very first time, 13 years ago, when I got it. I should have never got it, because I wasn't even that big. I feel like me getting weight loss surgery made my weight loss up and down worse. And this is how I feel about it. After I could eat food this last time, after I could eat food, it was physically draining. So, like, it got to the point where I didn't care. I didn't want to eat. Food was nasty. Like, all food was nasty to me. But when I say physically draining, I would cook, because I still, even when I still cook for my family. That is my love language. So even though I wasn't eating, I still cook regular dinner the way my family like it. And let's just say I get me like a little baby portion size, like a piece of chicken. Because most of the time, all I ate was chicken. And I would eat it. After I eat a piece of chicken this big, it physically took my energy. I used to have to lay my head. I would be sitting with my husband at the table eating, and I would lay my head down on the table and like, I felt like I ran a marathon just from eating chicken. You guys can say it's in my head, but it was not in my head. I was physically tired. I felt like I just got through working out after I ate. It was very exhausting to eat. A lot of people be happy about weight loss. It was just, my overall experience was a 3 over the last 10 years of weight loss. I say a 3, and you only get 3 because I actually lost weight. But like, it was not a good experience for me. But yeah, that was so to answer your question, yes, that's my story. Yes, I have had weight loss surgery, but not like y'all think. It started 10 years ago, and it's been a battle ever since. All right, you guys, have a good night. And I don't know what part this is, so I'll figure it out later. All right. Good night.